here with Half Dozen Customs. Today we're out in the shop. I'm gonna get some stuff moved around, and we are gonna work on the wife's Colorado. I believe the thermostat needs to be replaced. We got issue where there's no heat when you're letting the vehicle warm up. When you're driving, there's heat, but not when you're just sitting. And when you're driving, it's overheating. So I believe the thermostat needs to be replaced, so we're going to work on that. Normally I wouldn't film something like this. I would just, get it done. But I looked it up myself on YouTube just to see what was involved in it. And there's not a whole lot out there. So I figure I'll video it and we can put it out there. Maybe it'll help some people out. So let's get some stuff moved around. Made it. Wasn't too bad. Okay, so here we go. This is a 2018 Chevy Colorado with the VVT direct injection 2.5 4-cylinder. Thermostat, I believe, is bad in it. We're having a heating issue with it heating up the cabin, and it's also overheating. So I looked up a couple of videos on this, and the thermostat, it is down there. I was going to try and light up the area for you. Let me grab this flashlight. So if you look down there, right with the lights on right there, is the lower radiator hose. So there is no way to get to it from up top. So it is actually back up behind this wheel cover. So jack up the vehicle, put a jack stand under it, because safety third. So now we got to pull this inner wheel cover out so we can see where we're at next. So it should be right back there. It's only a couple of bolts to get the thermostat out, and then a plug. The thermostat temperature sensor gauge thing that reads inside the cab is actually plugged into it on the thermostat housing. It is a complete housing, temperature sensor, and thermostat all in one. So let's pull this cover out and let's see where we're at. So it looks to me like, from the slot that I took this out of, it is a T8. Torx bit. So, and it looks like there's a whole bunch of them. Oy. Okay, they really don't give you any room to do this, so that's it right there. You can see that there's hopefully so there's a bolt on the bottom and then a bolt on the top. Looks like you can barely reach in there. You can barely reach in there with an extension. It looks to be 10 millimeter. So there's a hose clamp. And it's one of those squeeze style hose clamps. Some people say that it's a special tool that you need for it, which there is. So there is a couple different pliers that you can use. These are specialty pliers for those clamps. You can see it has a little tooth. One side is just an Allen key, so you can stick one end of that clamp in there and then bite it with that little tooth on that side, and then you can hear they lock. So that's one set of pliers you can get. This is another set of pliers that you can get. As you squeeze down here, they clamp these to the top, and just like those, they lock. I don't know if you can hear it on this one, but so they lock just like the other ones. Or if you can get your hands in there, these work quite well also. So if you don't have those specialty types of pliers, make sure you get some vice grips. You need something that's gonna lock onto that. So vice grips or those pliers are a must when it comes to those pliers. Another thing that is very nice to have are these sets of pliers, and what these are for is they are for pinching off the radiator line, so you're not losing very much radiator fluid. You clamp the line with these, so then that way when you pull everything, you'll only lose really what's in between this and the thermostat. So very, very good thing to have. So you can see the end of my pliers right there. So, and they're just clamped onto that hose, pinching it shut. And then that way you're not losing any radiator fluid from the actual radiator itself. You're just losing what's in that little bit of line there. You know, if you don't have those, you don't have those. I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't try and do it with anything else but those, because you don't want damage to the radiator line. They're specialty pliers just for that. These edges are very soft. Not soft, I mean they're metal, but there's no sharp edges on it, so you're not damaging anything. So, you know, if you don't have that, you don't have those pliers, just get your drain pan underneath there and be ready to lose, you know, a half a gallon. So, but let's get some 10mm sockets and some extensions, and let's see if we can hopefully get this thermostat changed. I know I'm trying to make a video for you guys, so that people have something to reference, because like I said, I tried to look this up myself because I wasn't really sure what this entailed to change this. And the majority of the videos that I had found were for the larger motor. I think 3.8 I think is what it is. The V6. Not many for the 4-cylinder, and the couple that I did find, I didn't find them to be very satisfying videos. So let's see if we can get you guys down here and in the action. I got all three of my tools here, both specialty clamp pliers and my vice grips, because I don't know exactly which one is going to work the best. I need to see. How this thermostat thing unplugs. I think my little cable grabber here is going to work best. I cannot, I can see how the plug comes undone, but I wasn't able to just grab it and unplug it. If anybody wants to know where you can get these tools at, they are Mako tools. So okay, I used this little hook pick tool to get underneath the rubber hose and break its seal. I tried to just get it to break my hand, and it was not going. So plug. Where'd my little flashlight go? So it looks to be that so far getting this plug is the toughest part, because they do not give you any room to get your hands in here, and I can't tell. Does it push in? Okay, that was a pain in the butt. So the plug has, I don't know if I can show you guys or not. So I don't think that there's any way to get it unplugged without the thermostat being completely unbolted. So, and then, so there's that red tab. That red tab is a lock. So you need to like pull the red tab over so that it unlocks. And then once it's unlocked, you can use a screwdriver to push the button and then pull at the same time. And it'll come undone. So I would say that that was probably the trickiest part of this so far. So good luck with that. Just remember, don't pull too hard. You don't want to rip your wiring. But here we go. We got the thermostat out. Here's where the plug was. Hose clamp, 2 bolts. Rubber gasket stayed with it. Remember, when replacing this, make sure your rubber gasket is here. If it's not here, that means it's still on the motor. And if you go to put the new thermostat in and that rubber gasket is still on the motor, you're going to get a double seal. And as soon as you go to start it up, it's going to spray all its fluid out everywhere. So make sure that the rubber seal is on the thermostat, and make sure that your block where the thermostat housing goes is clean. So this one looks really clean. You know, I'm actually surprised that you know, that this thermostat actually went out, because this truck doesn't have a whole lot of miles on it, and we have taken very good care of it. So it's actually just recently that we lost our dealership warranty. Okay, so here's the new housing. This is just from AutoZone. Normally I don't deal with AutoZone very often. I normally deal with O'Reilly's. Only reason that we got this from AutoZone is because when the wife was out in it the other day and she overheated and she had to pull over, she actually pulled over right by an AutoZone. So I told her to just run in and just get what we needed. So this thermostat and 2 bottles of antifreeze was about 120 or 130 bucks with tax. So not a cheap little fix. So yeah, I think we're good to just plug this in and hook everything back up and put it all back together. So let's get to it. No more wasting time. Well, not that we were wasting time, but get a finger or two on it. That's about all you're gonna get. These, oh man, just cramping up here. So these clamps, if anybody doesn't know, if you clamp too hard on these, there's actually a lock. Now it's good for when you're taking it apart, but when you're going to put it back together, remember to unlock that, because it is a pain in the butt to unlock once it's in the vehicle. I guess I am cramping up bad. Oi! Okay. So got it unclamped. And how you do that when you if you go too far. So there's this little nipple here that stands up, and when you squeeze it, this end kind of snaps down over it. And what you do is just squeeze this little nipple down with your pliers, and it'll unlock. And it's just, sometimes it's just a very pain in the butt to do when it's in the vehicle, so easier to just pull it out and do it. And then when you're reclamping it to put it back on the hose, just make sure you don't go too far. I knew when I was taking this off, I felt it snap over that, so I knew that it had happened. Me personally, I'm not a fan of that style hose clamp. Most of the time I'll replace them with regular screw style. But being how this is set up, you can't get in here. I think that this is the only style clamp that you can really use in here, because you can't get in there any other way. Not getting in there with the screwdriver, that's for sure. I suggest have some tape handy to tape this bolt in, because there's no way you can hold it in there. I just stopped threading it in for a second so that I can reach in here and grab my tape. I didn't want to leave the tape on there. Okay. Just gonna snug up the top one a little bit, and then we'll come back to the bottom. Okay, snug. Crank on the bottom, come back up to the top. Good little crank up there. Check the bottom again. Okay, everything here is aluminum. I'm sure there's a torque spec for it. I don't have it, so I'm just going to snug everything up. Don't crank on it super tight because it's aluminum. Aluminum's easy to strip. So I think that's it for our adventure. So new thermostat is in. I would say that plug was the hardest part. So like I showed you, there's a little red lock on it, which you have to open that little red lock. I was able to just do that with my thumb, unlock it. But as far as pushing down the button to actually pull the plug out, I had to use a screwdriver to push the button, and then with the thermostat in the other hand, I pulled to unplug it. So pulled on the thermostat, not on the plug. I screwdriver on the plug to unlock it, pulled on the thermostat with my other hand. So and that I would say was the toughest part. Other than that, it's just very tight, cramped area. So good luck with your adventure if you're doing this. Hopefully this video helped. I know the other couple videos that were out there, they helped me to show me where I needed to go. So I knew I couldn't get to it through the hood. I knew that I had to go through the wheel well. So those other videos helped. So any one of you guys that made those other videos, catch this one, thanks. I wouldn't have known to go through the wheel well without those videos. So hopefully I helped you. This is Dave with Half Dozen Customs. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, check out our other videos. We got lots of videos out there. So thanks guys, I'm out. Okay, so we're back to an empty shop. Wife's taking it on a quick test drive down the road, but we're good. I topped it off. It took one bottle, which this is the first time I've ever messed with anything as far as radiator goes on that truck, and it was a little low. So I probably only lost half a gallon to maybe 3/4 of a gallon doing that, and then the other, like, you know, half to a quarter to a half was probably what it was low. But we have heat again, and it hasn't overheated. I left it running here in the shop for probably half hour or so, and then I pulled it out, and the wife came out and she's taking it for a test drive right now. So you know, we're good to go. So that was the problem. We got heat and she's not overheating. We're good. Another project finished over here at the old Half Dozen Customs. I'm out.